Hey, Steve Gamache here with another episode of Chef Knives to Go quick look product reviews. And what we have this time is the Kuroaki Fujin VG-10 Santoku 165mm knife. So this line of knives uses it's all stainless, so they use a hard cutting edge core steel of VG-10 full stainless steel. Heat treats around 61 Rockwell for that core steel. And what they do is put a multi-layered stainless cladding on either side of that core steel. And then Kuroaki-san makes some fabulous knives, and I have the 210 Gyuto version of this, which is awesome. But he does a really cool kind of driving rain or snow kind of pattern in it, on the sides, and then etches the layers that are exposed when it's ground down towards the edge. So it's a very dynamic, kind of aggressive looking aesthetic that's got a lot going on, but it's really, really cool. It's quite unique, as are a lot of his offerings, so he's come up with some really cool stuff. Well, why don't we just do it a little earlier than I normally do, but let's just do our beauty shot right now. Why not? So, again, this is an all stainless blade, which is a really nice feature. The weight and dimensions on these can vary just a little bit from knife to knife, but this particular one is 130 grams or 4.6 ounces. The edge length is about 168 or 6.6 inches. And the overall length on the knife is about 300 millimeters or 11.9 inches. Spine thickness, these are fairly thick coming into the handle, but then they thin out pretty quickly. So above the back of the blade, I got about 3.1 millimeters. And then you can see it thins out pretty good. Got about 1.7 halfway down on the thickness. And as typical with a lot of Santokus, you don't have a lot of taper, but this does have some. And as we come down, you can see how polished the spine is, by the way. So it's got some nice polishing and rounding on it. The fit and finish is excellent on these. But you can see it starts thinning out, and it gets quite thin at the tip. The tips perform extremely well on these. They really blow through product. And then here is the choil shot, and you can see it's pretty darn thin at the edge as well. So these are high performance grinds. The height on this is about 46.6, so it's fairly tall. And you got lots of clearance on the cutting board for your fingers and a pinch grip or a racket grip. The handles are just nicely done. You see these in a lot of knives, but they're octagonal ambidextrous rosewood for the main part and a black paca wood, which is a stabilized wood product, ferrule on them. Usually really good tight glue up seal between the tang and the front of the handle. In this case is no exception. So nicely done there. Circumference, I got about 71, 72 millimeters where the two materials meet. That's my typical measuring spot. And you can see they've got his kind of style of tang, which is, I shouldn't say tang, choil into the neck, which is kind of a gentle curve here. And so slight forward sweep to the choil here, and then you've got a nice spot for your finger right here for a pinch grip. Balance wise, it's kind of a light blade, and rosewood's not the world's lightest handle. And some of these rosewood handles can really be cool looking too. They're all going to be a little unique. So there's your balance point. So it's going to be a little bit behind a pinch grip, so a little slightly handle heavy weight bias on this. Again, it's got really nice fit and finish on it. I guess, well, let's see, we got our beauty shot going out of order here. But let's get a close-up of this. So it has laser engraved kanji on it. They've done a really nice job recently with these new kind of techniques to kind of simulate hand engraving or hand chiseling. So it looks really nice. It doesn't have quite the same effect of the true hand engraved kanji, but it looks nice and doesn't quite have that raised effect, but it's a nice job on this. I'm double checking, but yeah, I think it's laser engraved. And you can see there's a lot going on here, but really cool finish on these. There's your layers, there's your core steel peeking out at the edge. And here's the left side of the blade as you'd be using it. That's the edge bevel shining there, cutting edge. Everyone's going to be slightly unique. So they've got a good polish and little contour in the corners of the spine. They've done a really nice job taking the time to polish and clean up the choil into the neck and then relieve the corners. So it's very comfortable out of the box. I'd say this is a good solid 6 out of 10 edge. It's quite the nice edge out of the box. You could probably get it a little bit sharper, of course, if you wanted to. You can see it based on the lighting reflection here. It does have a fair amount of polish to it. So this is a really nice package. It's got great fit and finish. It's clean grind, straight blades, all stainless, but yet it has a lot of cool features. And the performance is really good on these. So profile is typical of this maker, and you can see a fairly low tip on the sheep's foot point for the Santoku, but I can still get reasonably high on this particular one. Every knife's profile, edge profile can be slightly different, but this will rock pretty nicely on medium to low stuff. And it's not particularly flat anywhere, so just kind of a gentle curve. And so this will push, pull, cut, glide cut. You can do some tip draws through product as well. So it'll handle a variety of techniques. That's not much of a pure chopper, but not uncommon with this type of knife. So just a really good all-around package. Very dramatic looking, good performance, all stainless, traditional wa Japanese handle. It's just a good package. So this is the Kuroaki Fujin VG-10 Santoku 165mm knife.